Hi guys, it's a can of worms here. That's what I like to open up. Now, I also have a lot of other content too that's some more spiritual things and stuff like that. I want to try. Today I want to talk about the WEF, which went on last week. Today that I'm recording this is the 28th of January. I'll just mention some of the highlights. It stands for World Economic Forum, in case you didn't know. The leader of it is Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab. And he looks just like an evil, the villain, the weird villain in any kind of. I'm thinking of what's that weird one? Where he has a teeny me and stuff. Mike. I hate when my mind goes blank like that, but anyway, that's what he looks like. And he has this thick German accent. And he was saying in his speech that they have to master the future. Master the future. As Elon Musk called them, an unelected world government. They're running the world. Isn't that amazing? I'll tell you some of the people in a minute. Yeah, so he has to master the future. Some of the things they're doing is breaking down societies actually by these draconian green new deals and stuff like that, and therefore carbon footprint and tracking your carbon footprint and fining you and restricting you if you don't. And they want to put a chip in everybody so that they can track you. They're already probably tracking us already with our phones and stuff. Are we going to give up our phones though? I don't know. Anyway, some of the stuff they're doing are really hurting governments. Okay, they banned natural fertilizer in Sri Lanka. Crops weren't growing and people were starving to death. And so, if you've seen the videos, look it up. They stormed the palace, and the president, what do you call it? I think he's a president, had to run away to another country. I saw videos, absolutely amazing. People were wondering, well, you can't do this to people without repercussions, but it doesn't stop them. They want to ban meat. They're telling us to eat crickets. Aside from being disgusting, I don't know, even if you dress it up, there's parasites in crickets. But them, they're eating their filet mignon and their prime rib and everything at these fancy restaurants. They're at a resort, basically. In the Netherlands, they're banning farms. Yes. They're making it so difficult for farmers to grow food that started the tractor protests where they were blocking roads and everything. Something like the Canadian tractor trailers came and protest there. I just hope the protests keep going on and that we don't stop. And that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video series. I want to get people pissed off. Yeah. People don't act unless they're angry. It's got to be personal. If you've had someone die in your family after getting this, then it's personal to you. May not be personal to everyone, but when you hear these stories, I pray nothing happens to you or your family. When you hear these stories, you got to do something. That just my camera a little bit. I realize one. Okay. All right. The next thing. Oh, banning farms in the Netherlands. So that started the protest. See, they're not actually banning farms. They're just making it so difficult, so expensive. And they're telling them to make their farms like fallow, they're gonna, like Sri Lanka, there's gonna be mass starvation. And then you're gonna have to eat cricket. This isn't going to work. It's not. They're a small group of people, very small group. And they're not even that smart. They just have a lot of money. Okay. They promoted Sam Bankman-Fried. Fried brain. I don't know. They promoted him. On their website, they took down the page on COVID restrictions. The only way I could figure that one out is because they know that it's not going to work anymore. And they want plausible deniability that they ever had it there, or that they were promoting it. No, it was individual countries and states and stuff. And, you know, that wasn't them. There's over, I don't know the exact number, over 1,000 of them flying in on their private jets using expensive jet fuel. What is their carbon footprint like? Do they ever say? No. It's the biggest in the area. They fly in prostitutes too. Or bust them in or whatever they do. It's the biggest moneymaker for prostitutes all year. Yeah, whatever. If you've seen pictures of them, I don't know how yet, but those little pictures there, I've seen them. I can describe it. They're all look very horrible. You know, they have all this money and they got all this great diet. Why do they all look so horrible? They look like they need plastic surgery or something. I'm sorry, that's bad, but you got to see pictures of these people. All right. Now John Kerry was there, surprise, surprise. And he got on his high horse and he looks at the group and this is a select group of people. Yeah, select group of people. We're just peons, peasants. That's all we are. To be manipulated, starved, taxed to death, money stolen from us. I'll get into that in another video, but Al Gore said famously back on his movie Inconvenient Truth back in, what was it, 2005 maybe, but he said we'd be underwater by 2012. I heard one person say, another person said by 2016, but they all buy houses on the ocean and all that kind of stuff. Such hypocrites. That's their excuse, by the way, their big excuse for their green stuff. Obama has a mansion on the water in Martha's Vineyard. Now he's real scared of being underwater. Brian Stelter got up and he said he's fighting misinformation and disrupted trust. He's the biggest liar of all time on CNN. He got fired. He went even too far for them. That's pretty far. Help me. Well, anyway. God bless you guys. I hope you learned something from this. I opened up a little rabbit hole for you. Go down it. You know, I don't have the fancy gadgets and stuff, but I hope I piqued your curiosity a little bit. My dog's barking and this. Bye-bye.